Hi, I'm Dave. This is a tarot card prediction of a news story. Basically, I like to do readings on news stories and maybe the potential for news stories. Today, we want to look into uh, the idea that's been going around the internet right now is that the President Obama may pardon Hillary Clinton. And, he's been pardoning a whole bunch of people, apparently making records in the number of pardons that he's done. But here we want to basically look into the cards because we want to find out if he's thinking about pardoning the Clinton, or Hillary Clinton, or maybe even the Clintons. But particularly if he's going to do that, we want to look at the cards to see if they can help advise us ahead of time whether or not he's going to do this. So what we want to do is we're focusing on uh, President Obama, the people around President Obama, and we want to, whenever we look at a prediction, predictions only go out, generally tarot cards work on the current moment. And so when you think about a prediction moving forward, the cards take what's happening right now and make a prediction looking forward at what the most likely outcome is. And so here, uh, we pretty much have less than a month worth of time. And so let's get into this. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to pick a card that's going to show us alignment to this particular topic. Will the cards bring up information with pertaining to President Obama with the act of pardoning Hillary Clinton? And what we get here is the Eight of Swords. The Eight of Swords is a card that is about being bound. It is the feeling that you can't break through the patterns that continually bring you to a state of fear. So, um, being in a state of fear with this, I wonder. Let's look at some details and look at it in the form of. Um, So it's here, it's fear of breaking free, indecision, paralyzed, limiting beliefs, blind spots, needs to take responsibility for our thoughts, self-imprisonment, self-imposed boundaries. This leads me to believe that there may be indecision with regards to this, or need to take responsibility for your thoughts. So here, um, gives me the feeling with the Eight of Swords that he may be bound up. He may not be able to. There may be indecision with regards to this. There may be a damned if you do and damned if you don't situation. So let's look for a clarifier. Is President Obama is he bound up? Is he not able to make a decision here? Is it not his decision to make? And we look at it as the inverted Three of Cups. The uh, the Three of Cups is a celebration card in the upright position. Inverted, it's a feeling you recognize that you have been replaced by, say, realize that you've been replaced. The sense of replacement, but the fight still remains. So this is the card that would represent that it's a realization that you've been replaced, that someone else has taken your place. So it looks like President Obama, if we put these two cards together, it may be that there's indecision with regards to his point. Maybe he wants to, but he's bound, and that he's been replaced, that there's a feeling that somebody else is there to take his place with regards to this. Um, let's look into it. So this is starting to hint like he will not pardon her. How do the people around him feel about this situation? So the aides are going to be there. The people that have been advising him are going to have input with regards to this. So how do they feel about this? Do they want her to be pardoned? Do they care about it? What type of information can the cards bring up pertaining to his aides? So here we get the Two of Swords. This is an indecision card. Um, so here we get the feeling of having to choose between two major situations. So those people around him, may be indecisive here. Um, Looking at this, it's indecision, it's refusal to face a situation, stalemate, a truce. So it's as if the aides around with regard to this topic um, are are standing back. They don't want to make a decision with regards to this. Hillary Clinton, does she want to be pardoned? Is another key thing here. In order to be pardoned, you kind of have to get on the list. So here we're going to look at it and say, thinking about Hillary Clinton, thinking about the problems, or thinking about what she's been accused of doing, hasn't been proven yet in the court systems. But here, let's look at it with Hillary Clinton and see, does she want to be pardoned? Here with the Seven of Wands, the Seven of Wands card is a feeling of um, here it is the feeling when you speak the truth and it's undeniable. So this would be that to speak the truth and it's undeniable. So it's as if we're asking the question here, does she want to be pardoned? And this is saying undeniably. And so she may be pushing for a pardon to get these things out of her way. Um, let's see, what do the cards show us about? Let's look at it as so she may be pushing for that. Let's ask for the people that have been involved with her. So her very close aides, are they in sync with this? So how do they feel about this? Are they pushing for a pardon too? And here we get the Four of Swords reversed. The Four of Swords card, let's look that up. Um, So here it's a feeling of despair, knowing that you'll never be able to silence your thoughts. It's a feeling of despair. Um, so it's as if they really don't have a say on the matter, but they they may feel like they want to. Um, let's look at the burnout, insomnia, unable to look within, inharmonious, unfinished list of work items, unable to move forward. So here, when we look specifically at the people that are around her, they may be just feeling stuck out. They may be not being able to actually make the decision. They may not feel like they can be involved in this. So now, since we're doing a prediction here, we're going to go to the final card. We're going to say, basically, we're looking for a final card. What we want to look at is, what can the cards show us? Will President Obama pardon Hillary Clinton? What can the cards show us with regard to that? Is there action involved in making this happen, or is it just high hopes? So here we go to this card right here, and we look at it as inverse judgment. So when we look at the judgment card in the inverse position, it is the feeling of dread knowing that your time is up. And so the knowing that your time is up, feeling of dread. So this, let's look at the definitions. So here it is self-doubt, refusal, self-examination, haste, need to hide. As a final outcome here with regards to will he do this, this looks like a no. This would be hiding from judgment. This would be not confronting judgment. This is, with this particular question, I would say that no, he's not going to. So interpreting these cards here, with regards to the president, he may feel bound up. There's fear associated with this pardon. When we looked for our clarifier card, we see the Three of Cups inversed. It is that feeling of being replaced, so that he really can't do this. When we look at his aides, we see that they're indecisive. They're not into this. When we look at Hillary, of course, she wants a pardon. And when we look at the aides are withdrawn from this. They don't feel like they're engaged at all. And when we come around to judgment, we see that he that he's not able to create judgment in this case. So the predictions, from my point of view, would be the cards are hinting that there will be no pardon of Hillary Clinton. And so we're going to go ahead and look ahead with this. I will post this summary on my website. I'll post this video up. If you like this, feel free to share it with people. If you are interested in a tarot card reading, I do those too. Feel free to visit my website. Anyway, thank you for your support.